Hello, everybody. Turn Ori up so I can actually hear her. I think it's because I'm on the other computer.
I don't know why. Hold on, Mars. I can't hear you. Chat can hear you, but I can't hear you because Discord's being a real pain in my ass tonight. But go ahead, talk to chat. I can't hear you.
even if Ori does not acknowledge me. I'm just gonna turn on the sound on YouTube real quick.
Okay, you're back, but
Okay, I am
not
coming
in the way
through.
that I want. It's not you, it's me. And it's literally just Discord's being a little piece of garbage to me today.
Oh, sounds like it slighted you in many ways. What happened?
Well, I like fixed it, and then it like went the fuck away. Like right now. You know? Terrible.
At itself?
Ah, now you're back. Hello. No,
Oh.
it's just in the wrong way though. I don't know. Hello, Mason. Welcome.
Hi, Mason.
Does the quality sound weird to you guys, or is it just me? If it's just me, then I'll guess I'll deal with it. But if it's not
It
just me.
didn't sound weird when I was listening to it. Also, Mason, congratulations on opening night. She's just struggling.
I am struggling. Discord keeps dying. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 seconds, Mars, and reset my Discord.
Okay.
I hung up on her chat. I didn't mean to. It's slighting me right now. It's really slighting me. It's okay, Mason. You coming to all the streams is support enough. Never worry. And you're always happy. Your viewership is by far enough support. We appreciate you coming to all the streams. It means the most, really. Okay.
The people who signed up
All
last
right.
night means the
Hello.
world to us. Again, no obligation. It's just
Mars, they
amazing that you
couldn't hear
guys
you
wanted
that
to
whole
do
time.
that. What?
They couldn't hear you that whole time.
Oh, they couldn't hear me?
No, because how could they hear you if I'm not on Discord?
That's a great question.
Think about it.
I didn't realize. Here I am, ready to go. I'm giving my heartfelt message, and you just boot me out.
Sorry.
Ah. God damn it.
There we are. Alright, my sound is not any better, but such is life, I guess. Say your speech again. Yeah, Mars, if I'm not in the Discord, I'm sorry. Everybody else is kind of kaput.
Damn. I was talking I was giving a heartfelt
That was a
thank
midnight
you
brain at
to the people who
10:30.
signed up for members. Oh, don't even.
I'll never get over that one. I'm sorry. Whew.
Yes, midnight. You told me to keep talking.
Yeah, before that.
And then you just did it.
No, there was a whole period of where I was like, I'm just gonna have to reset my Discord. I'm gonna go. Bye. And I hung up. And then I come back. It's like, no, it's not. No, it works.
Alright, we get it.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Oh, you don't want to
Hope
give it again?
opening night went well, Mason. Congratulations on it.
Yeah. Discord and OBS are just disliking each other today.
Oh boy.
Very sad.
They definitely had updates recently.
It's not that. They do this every once in a while. They have a lover's quarrel, and they spite me. But yes, what Mars was saying is definitely what I was saying as well, because I was talking about it as well. Because they can hear me when I'm not on Discord, but they can't hear you when I'm not on Discord.
Really? They can hear you when you're not on Discord?
Yeah.
That's weird.
What? Okay.
Don't you have to be on Discord to be heard?
No. This is a genuine question. If so, I will actually answer it and explain.
It might be a genuine question, but I don't know if we want to dedicate time to this.
It takes 30 seconds. Essentially, when I stream through a program called OBS. And now that does not need Discord to do anything. That I speak into my mic, and it picks up my mic. It also picks up my desktop audio, which Discord is. So Discord is not directly connected to OBS, thus I have to be in a Discord call, hearing the call for OBS to pick it up. However, I could be muted on Discord and not muted on OBS and let's talk to chat, and you guys could never know. I don't do that because honestly that's a lot of work, but technically I could. However, if I'm not in Discord, because how Reactive Fuji works, my avatar wouldn't move. However, I do have the ability to use solely OBS for my avatar and do it that way. But again, this is a separate thing.
There's a reason Ori handles the tech side
of things. There's also a reason why even when I'm gonna say when and not if, even when I get to the point where I want to learn how to rig VTuber models, Dylan, Mars, and I could not all be VTubers together because it's a lot of stuff.
That would be chaos.
There's a lot of moving parts for that. And while I might be willing to learn it all and have the big brain for it, Mars and Dylan are not gonna sit through that. And so if it breaks,
need our brain cells for other things.
If it breaks, then they're fucking just dead in the water.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Mars instead uses her brain cells to remember Song of the Sea.
Wow, what a segue.
What a segue indeed.
You know, I do have a lot of brain cells to remember Song of the Sea because...
Yeah, and how dare you not want to allocate them to anything else?
No joke. It is my favorite movie of all time.
Damn. Now that's some high... wow.
You know, it's interesting. It's hard to say there's such a thing as a perfect movie. Song of the Sea, at least for me, because it all comes down to personal preference, it's pretty damn close to perfect, in my opinion. And a lot of that reason is for the story that it tells. I mean, of course, the writer loves the story, big shock. But the way it lays out its story very naturally, and it does have a parallel story going on, and the way the two plot lines just relate to each other and tie in and enhance the themes of the story is just so brilliantly done. When I first saw it, I cried my eyes out. It is a tearjerker of a movie for many reasons. You know, you could look at the main story and get the feels from that, but then you could see the deeper storytelling going on and be emotionally swung by that. Yours is a tie between Toy Story 2 and Catch Me If You Can. Ooh. I haven't seen the last one, but Toy Story 2 is a very good contender.
Remind me, Catch Me If You Can is the Magic Group one, right?
I thought that was
Now You See Me. That was a Magic one. Okay, now I have to remind myself of Catch Me If You Can is.
Like Now You See Me, Now You See Me 2. I don't think they made a third one.
Yes, okay, Catch Me If You Can is not a movie I have seen. It's with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, okay.
A relatively young Leo.
Maybe one day add it to the list.
Not that young. It's 2002. The one about the teenage con man. Yeah.
Teenage con man. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Wait, shit, I think literally my father was just talking to me about this movie earlier.
Was he really?
Yeah, possibly.
Because that would be
one telling me something about con men. I'm just gonna... What is the... If I can read the synopsis, maybe it'll... Dr. Lawyer Pilot. Hold on. This is, literally might be it.
You'll find it, Ori. We believe in you.
No, it's not. It's not it.
Ah, man. We thought we had him, boys.
Thought I had it. But it's not it.
Such a shame. Such tragedy. But on the topic of tragedy, that is actually how our story for Song of the Sea begins. Because the main thing I want to talk about with the inspiration from Song of the Sea is the parallel storytelling. Because, like I said, there are two stories going on at the same time. One story being a brother and sister coming of age and learning to accept each other's story. Hello, Dichotomy!
Hello,
Welcome,
Dichotomy.
welcome! I'm sorry you don't have ears until work ends.
It's okay. I don't really have ears
We
either.
we will celebrate when you have your ears again. That'll be the day. Um, so yeah, you have the first story going on between the brother and sister, coming of age, learning to accept each other. But then you have a more fantastical story going on. This is where the fantasy elements comes in. The plot bolsters the emotional conflict. It's very much like Studio Ghibli films, where you do have the fantastical elements and the fantasy, but at the center of it is a story about growing your self confidence, learning to be independent, becoming capable, like really human emotions at its core. So, what's the story about Song of the Sea? I dragged it on long enough. Either or either
Either, yeah.
either either. No, I can't say
Either.
it that way. That hurts me.
Well, it's a pun on the ears, because I said I don't have ears either.
Oh, I realize it's a pun on the ears. It's just my brain trying to work around it.
How dare it? Stop.
The 9 out of 10 pun. I do like it.
Not top marks.
9 out of 10 is top marks. 9 out of 10 is very top marks. What are you
Talking about the highest marks.
Yeah. That's reserved for the punniest of puns. Which have been made in the past, so I know it's possible. Anywho. So,
Nope.
the main story of Song of the Sea is that we'll start with the family side of the story first. So, our story begins with a boy and his family. He has a mom and a dad, and his mom is about to give birth to his baby sister. Now, on the night of his sister's birth, she disappears, goes missing. It's also implied that they think she died. So there's a lot of sadness and tragedy surrounding the sister's birthday, but they do the best that they can. Now, progressing through the story, we see how this loss has affected the family. We see how the brother distances himself from his sister and lashes out at her because he essentially blames her for his mom's death. We see how the dad has become disconnected and a little depressed over it. And we just kind of follow this family for the first, I'd say, quarter of the movie, just kind of watching them live their lives, and it's taking place on the daughter's birthday. So there's a lot of emotion surrounding it. Now, what happens next is there's a grandmother character, and the grandmother character comes to visit and decides, I should be the caretaker for these kids. They can't live on this island anymore. It's not safe for them. And the daughter going out into the sea while everyone is asleep is kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back, because she comes back soaked. She has a fever now. And grandma's like, it's not safe here. I'm not going to let these children live here. And she takes them away to go live with her in the city. The next part of the movie is just them trying to get back to home again. For various reasons that change as the story progresses. It starts out as a very simple reason, and then it becomes more climatic, as your stories typically do. But from the setup, it is a very simple premise. You know, we probably heard this story before. There's a dead mom, there's a family that's disconnected.
That time.
I really use some help here. Honestly, it really is kind of like that. The boy really does have an arc that's similar to Lydia from Beetlejuice the musical, now that I think about it,
Damn.
which is pretty funny. So that's the main story going on. Now, the fantastical story going on is that there's this world of Irish fae and fairies because this movie was produced by a cartoon saloon, and that is their bread and butter. They do Irish folklore movies. And this movie is about Selkies. Selkies are people that can have a human form, and then once they put on their seal skin, they become a seal when they enter the water. Now we find out that the mom was a Selkie, and now the daughter is a Selkie. So she's inherited that power, and she's found the coat that allows her to transform. So through the mom, they're connected to this whole realm of the Fae. And the mom used to tell the son stories. So at one point, the son, to scare his sister, starts telling the story of McLear and the Owl Witch. Um, what was her name? I can hear it in my head. I can't think of it. It'll come back to me at the weirdest moment. But essentially, the story the boy tells is that McLear was a giant and his heart had been broken by some terrible tragedy, and he cried so hard that essentially he created the oceans. Like everything flooded, people's lives were in danger. So the Owl Witch came along, who was his mother,
Yeah.
and took his emotions away. Hiya, Nicole.
Hello,
You're just in
Nicole.
time. I'm talking about the best part of Song of the Sea. um, so yeah, the Owl Witch comes along and takes his emotions away, and by doing so, turns him into stone. And that's why there's this mountain close to where the boy and his family live, and that's kind of the folklore surrounding it. And then they find out later in the film, oh, it's real, this actually did happen. But here's where the parallel storytelling comes in. We have a mom character, so we have the grandma in the human story, and then we have the Owl Witch in the fantasy story, taking away the thing that they think is upsetting their son, in this case, the father, in the fantasy case, the giant, and trying to make the pain go away, essentially. This is paralleled in the story when the grandma takes the kids away to go live with her. Now, if you watch this movie and pay attention, you'll also notice that the father and the giant share a one-to-one design. Um,
Mm.
it's not even similar isn't even the right word. It is one-to-one. They even have the same voice actors playing the same part. The voice actor who plays the father plays the giant. The voice actress who plays the grandma also plays the owl. As
Mm.
if that couldn't be any more of a clearer connection, later in the story, when they arrive at the grandma's house, it's very vintage, it's very and it's not the word I want to use, but I'm going to say
Quaint.
antique. Not even quaint. It's got that, you walk into your grandparents' place and they have the old record playing with that staticky voice.
Dated.
Sure, let's go with that. Howdy, Dragon Craze. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Dragon Craze.
Hope you're doing well. Well, there's that scene that happens. They walk into the house and they see the grandma's house. Yeah, vintage. We'll go with that. That's essentially what it is. And in the soundtrack, you hear that music playing. Now, there's a point later in the story where the boy has to go to the Owl Witch's house. That too. Great synonyms, you guys. So later in the story, the boy has to go to the Owl Witch's house. And when he enters the house, it's another one-to-one scene. The way the house is introduced is the same beat as the way the grandma's house was introduced. You see one piece of furniture first, then you see the next side of the room, literally how they introduced the grandma's house, and the same music is playing in the background. Oh, the parallels are just so clear, and it's not even subtle in a way. Like, I think this is why I love it so much. It's both subtle and also not. Like, I feel like subconsciously you can recognize what's going on. Like, you might hear the giant's voice and be like, oh, that voice sounds familiar. I feel like I heard it earlier in the movie.
Yeah, they're not trying to hide it, is what you're saying.
Well, they're not telling you the grandma is a witch because they're two separate characters, right? But it's the parallel storytelling. What's happening in one story is also happening in another. And the emotions of the second story are being used as shorthand for the first story because we spend a lot of time with the human family in the first quarter of the movie. But then as we hit the second half, the second act, it's more that we're spending time in that fantasy world. So we don't see too much more of the family until the very end of the movie. So normally that would be a problem because how can you connect to the characters? How can you connect to their plight if you're not seeing them? That's the trick. We are still seeing them. We're just seeing them through another story, through other characters. The reason they had the same voice actors for each part, the reason the designs are one-to-one, is because that's the connection they're reinforcing as you watch it. Which, honestly, I personally feel takes a very skilled hand. You can make it, oh yay, you have ears dichotomy.
Yeah, you have ears.
Whee! Oh, it takes a very skilled hand to make parallels that are both
This is
subtle.
Song of the Sea, Dragon Grace.
Song of the Sea. It's by Cartoon Saloon. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. There's another reason I love it very, very much that's kind of personal, but I'll get into it later. I thought I'd start off talking about parallel storytelling as it's more direct to writing, rather than turn this into another Persona 4, like, this means so much to me, type rant. It probably will turn into that, because I just love this movie so much.
Sorry, I'm like making animation ideas.
I see what you're doing, and I'm just fascinated by it. So the reason I was talking about the voice actors dichotomy to catch you up is because of the parallel storytelling happening in the movie, in that the characters in the human cast share voice actors with the characters in the fantasy creature cast. So you have two parallel stories going on at the same time, and you're learning more about the characters in that human story by following the characters in the fantasy story. If I had to compare it to something, it's kind of like Where the Wild Things Are. You know, and I'm specifically talking about the movie because they delved into this more than the book. We know the boy is using in that movie a fantasy world to escape his everyday life, and you see the creatures around him kind of represent people in his life, like his father, his sister. Actually, you want an even better example of this, the Wizard of Oz. That's the most direct example out there, because it's literally a parallel story. You learn more about those characters through following them on this fantasy journey, except now the farmer is characterized as a scarecrow, the pig herder is characterized as a cowardly lion, and you learn more about them through those other characterizations. They very much pull the same tricks here, and honestly, I feel they do it even more subtly, because there is no moment in The Wizard of Oz where, like, they come out in the end and they're like, hey, remember me? Like, this is who I am. Like they never spoon feed the audience, and I really respect that. I really respect media that treats its audience with intelligence. Like, we trust you're gonna pick up on these clues, but even if you don't, the story is still so good, and the characters are still so engaging.
Nice dichotomy.
Wow.
Look at you.
They kind of do what though?
Like, oh, it's me. And at the end, where it's like, was I there? Yeah, and you, and you, and you.
Oh yeah, no, I that's what I'm saying. They do that in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
They
she's saying they
don't
don't
do
do
that
that
in
in
Song of the
Sea.
Sea. There's no winking at the audience moment. There's no do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Type of moment. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they trust that their audience will pick up on it. Now, we definitely gotta give Wizard of Oz like some leeway here. It came out in the 30s. Most
It was
people weren't
also a
exposed
book
to those
originally.
tropes.
They couldn't have the same
That is
actors playing the same character.
True.
Like when you think about that, it's like you kind of have to have the like, no, look, they are the same. When you literally can't look and hear that they are the same, you know.
Ori, apparently you sound like you're underwater, according to
I sound
Dichotomy.
like I'm underwater.
That's what I'm interpreting from this.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
I know why.
Now I
still
should be
don't.
fixed.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I haven't been
Why was
talking
it
very
so
much.
bad? Yes, I've kind of taken over. I apologize.
I should not be
Okay.
underwater anymore. Discord is hating OBS tonight. They're just not
Yes,
friends
now
today.
she can breathe.
Yeah, now I breathe. All right. But yeah,
But-
so you know, I don't know if Song of the Sea was ever a book originally, but
No. Cartoon Saloon, from what I understand, mostly does original works.
Yeah,
They're
so that
the
is
same
a
people who
little-
did Wolfwalkers. They've also done The Secret of Kells, which is another beautiful movie.
I've only seen Wolfwalkers, which I did
If
really
you're not
enjoy.
interested in the story, check it out for the art style. This studio does such unique
I cried at
animation.
Wolfwalkers. That's the only one I've seen,
Oh.
but I cried.
Ori, I have the collector's edition of the Cartoon Saloon movies. We're watching Song of the Sea.
Okay.
I don't know when, I don't know where, but we will watch
It'll
Song of the Sea.
happen one day.
It will happen. Yeah, they push the envelope when it comes to animation and storytelling, and I really respect them for that. Do we want to hear the part where Mars gets emotional and explains why she is so attached to this particular movie? I don't know if that was appreciated when I did the Persona 4
I don't know. It
rant.
sounded like
I-
that convinced a lot of people to do it. Yes, of course.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh,
That's
I gotta
why
stop
we're here. Look,
drawing
I
then.
mean, the thing literally says Mars rant. So you know,
I
the
mean,
call
yeah,
to action.
I do need to provide. Okay. So you want to see me get emotional? Oh, geez.
So
Okay.
funny.
So I will tell you the scene that resonated with me the most when I first watched this movie. And it does have some connections to the parallel storytelling. So I feel it's appropriate. It still ties in. The scene that gets me the most. So the Owl Witch, Maka! That's her name, Maka!
You got
Maka
there.
the Owl Witch!
You did it.
Yes!
You succeeded.
McLear and Maka. That was it. Okay, I got it.
She
Woo.
did it, guys. She got
We
it,
are good.
folks.
You know, you just keep talking and talking, and eventually you find your way to the
Yes,
answer.
definitely.
That is how my brain works, apparently. So Maka, the owl lady, we know from the story that the boy told in the beginning that she takes away people's emotions. But by doing that, she turns them to stone. So as the story progresses, we see instances of this happening. Oh, I can be passionate and sad at the same time. Passionate, sad, emotional. I promise it's mostly good emotional. But
Be careful what
okay.
you wish for.
I promise this talk won't get heavy in any way. Like maybe not as heavy as Persona 4 did. I'll do my best. I make no promises. Because you know when art resonates with you and you're at a point in your life when art found you at the moment you needed it, it's gonna stick with you. I don't make the rules. That's just how it works. When you need art at a certain point of your life and you find that art that resonates with you, you're gonna remember it. And you're gonna be emotional over it. I don't make the rules. Oh no no no! It's not going through bad emotional. I love talking about Song of the Sea. I love talking about this scene in
I'm sorry.
particular.
I'm drawing Ferrix like going like going like in order to do it.
Whoop.
Because he's like it's just I keep going. So if I'm going, it's because I'm trying to be Ferrix, and that's just how art works. Okay, I'm not
I thought
laughing
you
at
were
Mars.
choking.
I'm not laughing at Mars. I'm being
Lori
Ferrix.
laughing
going...
at my pain. How dare she?
I know I'm a terrible
so
friend.
rude. You're terrible. No cookies for you.
Oh, you're not even coming over.
I know. I'm going to the city tomorrow.
I know. How dare she leave me? As my father
I
did,
know.
how dare you have other friends?
It's fine. It's fine. I only have 2 days of class next week.
Nice.
But then we have a national holiday, so that's not really.
That is true. It's not really.
That doesn't help. Friendsgiving.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, enough stalling. It's time I talk about it. So, I won't go over it too much. I've led into this. We know the story with McLear taking away the emotions, turning him to stone, and we see this story repeat throughout the movie. Because at one point, the boy and his sister are found, and their friends, who are fey creatures, get turned to stone by Maka's owls. That's how she uses her powers. So we see the repercussions of this. You know, they turn to stone, and I don't want to say what happens to the characters because it actually kind of shocked me what they did. I'll just leave that as a go watch the movie point.
Dang it, Mars. No, I'm joking.
I'm giving you guys homework. Okay, so we see this power happen. Now, at one point, the boy and his sister are separated, and Maka captures her. Now, when the boy goes to rescue his sister and he enters the house, and there's that whole setup with it looks just like the grandmother's house. There's the same music playing in the background, and we hear the same voice actress. We also see Maka herself is half turned to stone. So we have these questions when we see that. Like, she cannot walk. Now she's being picked up by her owls and being carried around everywhere. And the boy realizes this too. He has questions. He's like, what happened? You're stone as well. What's going on? We see she comes off in her initial scene as almost a pleasant person. She is very welcoming to the boy. She's very comforting in that grandmotherly way, because the boy has been through a lot. He's lost his mother, he can't find his sister, he knows she's been taken. Nope, I don't mean Soul Eater. I definitely don't mean Soul Eater. I think it's spelled Maccha, if I remember correctly. It's like Maka and McLear. It's supposed to be Irish, Gaelic.
Yeah, see that on me? You should watch it.
Yes, it's very good, I promise. So we see she's very calm. She has this almost sing-song kind of voice. But the boy is just like, "No, give me back my sister. I'm here for my sister." And she starts getting angry. Now, when she gets angry, she removes her own angry emotion and she turns a little bit more into stone. So this keeps progressing throughout the scene. There's this whole back and forth going on between her, the boy, And at one point, she starts talking to the boy, going like, "Oh, you've been through so much. I see the pain inside you. Wouldn't you like to not feel that way anymore? I can take that pain away. I'm not bad. I'm just trying to help. Wouldn't you feel better without that pain?" And the boy almost gives in. And she puts it in a very convincing way. She's like, "I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to take their pain away." So she's trying to convince the boy she does that for others, but then you see she's doing the same thing to herself as well. Now, this all comes to a head. There's a little bit of a chase throughout the house to get to the sister. She's following him. She's becoming more and more emotional as she does. And when they reach the top of the stairs and reunite with the sister, they find all these jars where emotions are being kept and stored. And through a series of events, the jars start breaking and re entering Maka. So all her emotions are being returned to her. We see a storm cloud come in, and it goes into her and she gets really rage filled. She A rain cloud is released and then she starts crying, like full on tears, just sobbing. We see uh like sunlight be freed from the jar. She gets that back and then she starts laughing hysterically. Like she's just being overwhelmed by all the emotions coming back, and then she just collapses. And what's interesting in this scene is that up until this point, she's been almost a towering figure. Like she towers over the main character. She even grows in size, like as the threat increases. But then in this moment, she becomes half the main character's size. She's essentially like a hunched old lady at this point. And
A small.
at this point, she's curled on the floor, looking at a locket of her son, McLear, that she turned to stone, and she's just begging for forgiveness. And the next words out of her mouth are, "I couldn't bear to see my son in such pain." And this is where the parallel storytelling comes back, because now you see the intentions of the grandmother in the human story as well. Like, yes, it seems awful. She's taking the kids away. She's forcing them to come live in the city with them. Um, but you see that in her mind, she feels she's doing it for the right reason. "I just want to take the pain away. I'm just trying to help. I couldn't bear to see my son in such pain." Um, it is beautifully executed. That scene gets me every single time, because up until that point, it's it's been such a loud, bombastic scene. Like you have her screaming, trying to convince the boy. You have the boy yelling back, trying to encourage his sister to fight back. There's some music playing in the background. It's all very loud and bombastic. And then the next few moments are just an eerie silence, and Maka just begging for forgiveness. Um, if we want to get into the Mars gets emotional portion, reason I resonated with that scene so much is because at the time I saw that scene, I was just imagining, like, if someone could take the pain away, would I let them?
Mm.
Maybe we've all had that thought before. I don't know. But seeing Maka go through that journey, seeing the boy overcome it, because when he denies Maka, like taking away his emotions, he says like, "That's not going to help anyone. It just makes things worse. You can't live without emotions." And Maka's insisting, like, this before her breakdown. It is just the perfect build up. It is very Ghibli-esque dichotomy. I feel like Cartoon Saloon definitely got some inspiration from Ghibli, especially with Song of the Sea.
Thank you, Drow. Ferrix
The
is the
through
most
lines.
fashionable of the characters. He slays in all the AUs that he's in. He has like the most slaying outfit.
He's got the best outfit.
I actually toned down his like Ace Attorney AU outfit because it was like all off the shoulder. It's a little much. But his band AU one is one of my favorite ones.
Oh. That's another thing I love about Song of the Sea. Like this just popped into my mind is that there really is no villain, just misunderstood people. Like the grandma is strict, but she's not a villain. She's an antagonist. She's an obstacle to overcome. Maka is not a villain. She presents a threat. I said Ghibli. Ghibli? Ghibli? How do you say it, Dichotomy? I've always heard it as Ghibli. I'll have to look it up.
Now it's Ori again. I bet Mars says GIF instead of GIF. GIF
Nope,
is
nope.
proper.
I say GIF. I definitely say GIF.
You say.
You say Ghibli? Okay. I've been saying Ghibli for so long. I don't know if I could train myself out. I'll try.
Good night, Mason.
Night, Mason.
I hear people say Ghibli. I grew up with Ghibli because we're American, and when you read the word in American, it's Ghibli, you know.
I guess I
Studio
listened to too many
or
movie
Ghibli.
reviews.
I don't know. Ghibli is Ghibli.
Eesh. You Americans.
I don't know. Yeah, I trust Nicole. Ghibli. There you go, in Japanese with a J. Sorry, Dichotomy.
I know my
You're just
I know
wrong
my
in
Japanese
this one.
professors pronounced it Ghibli, so I will
Or
believe
Ghibli.
them.
I
in
don't
this
know if
case.
that's a short I or a long. I'm gonna go with Ghibli.
No, it's Ghibli. There's
In
no
Japanese?
J. Yeah, there's only
Okay.
G.
Okay, Ghibli
So
in
it
Japanese.
would be Ghibli.
Oh, you know you're wrong. you just need to. I see. You just dislike it. I definitely grew up with Ghibli. Studio Ghibli.
You know, interestingly enough, I didn't watch any Studio Ghibli movies until I was in college. Or no, I started watching some in late high school.
I have owned Spirited Away from such an age where Spirited Away gave me nightmares.
Oh, jeez.
That's how. So I've had Spirited Away the whole time. Yes, he's got the beans,
He's
Drow.
always had
He's
beans.
got the beans. He's got toe beans too, because he's got the good leggies. We just don't see the leggies.
Yes.
But
They're hidden.
yeah, and that was the only one I had ever seen, and I had never thought. And then I remember when like Ponyo came out in theaters. I have a vivid memory of that. I never went to see that. And then it wasn't until very recently that I ever watched Mononoke and Howl's Moving Castle and Kiki's Delivery. That was I seeked that out in college. I was
Do you
I need
remember
to
the
watch
ads
these.
for Ponyo that they used
Yes.
to run on Disney Channel?
Yep.
I feel like I remember just seeing who was it? The youngest Jonas brother and the younger sister of Miley Cyrus doing the voices.
Yeah.
Just these
It was nuts.
little kids in a recording studio. That was
The
surreal.
beans are good. I give the beans whenever I have the chance, Stra.
Oh, beans are always great.
Okay, how does this... Okay.
So yeah, to make a long story short, the parallel story is wrapped up in a absolutely beautiful way. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys because I really just think it's too good. Just know that if you do watch it, it's the scene at the very end after things are resolved where the father sees his mom, the grandma, and says 4 words to her. So if you watch that movie, keep an eye out for that.
DM Mars the
scene.
4 words for your homework.
Yeah, DM, because I need to make sure you guys know it's the right scene. But in my opinion, perfect bookend to the parallel storytelling going on in this story. And I do believe that concludes my presentation.
Oh, snap. It was a lot shorter.
Well, there's a lot I didn't get into. You know, I love the brother-sister dynamic.
And then she says 4 words.
I love how the brother...
No, I think you're thinking of Onwards Dichotomy. That's a different movie.
Yeah, it's definitely not Onwards.
The beans.
Gotta love the beans.
The beans emote.
Yeah, the way the brother and the sister come to accept each other and each other's quirks is also brilliant. There's some subtle stuff going on, and the animation and music is absolutely gorgeous. You know, there's
Two kinds of beans.
there's a weekend coming up. You guys have time, and it's a 2-hour movie.
Unfortunately, okay, this is just a side movie tangent. There's a list of movies that I want to watch, like my parents and I want to watch together, the three of us.
I was about to say, I
But-
know Miraculous Ladybug is on there.
Well, there's that, but no, like there's a fair amount of movies that like are for my parents and I don't watch specifically. But I stream on Fridays, and that's the only night that like my mother ever wants to like watch movies for whatever reason. And then I have D&D on Saturdays, and then Dylan comes over on
Saturdays.
Sundays. So it's just you know, the 3 nights that
Bad.
are like here for Hello Roval are just bad. So
Hi, Roval.
tomorrow, right, stream starts later because Mars is is going out and being like a social person. I know, how dare she touch grass, but
So unique.
I know. And so I'm
so
like,
rare.
hey, parents, want to watch a movie? And it's, of course, no. The one night they got something going on. It's like, God damn it.
Oh, you're
I'm
kidding.
trying so. No, I'm not joking. They're like, yeah.
God damn
Nope,
it.
never mind.
Oh,
So,
So close.
sad. I try every time. I haven't watched the Miraculous Ladybug show in years at this point. I kind of just fell off. I do draw Cat Noir every year, but that's more of like a character growth thing than I actually watch Miraculous anymore. However, I heard that the movie was fantastic and it looks really good. And I do love Chat Noir. Chat Noir. And so I do want to see the movie, but I just haven't. That's the one that it's like, I want to watch the movie, and that's it. I don't really care about getting into
from
it
what I
again or anything.
understand, you do not have to watch Miraculous Ladybug to understand the movie. So
My understanding is the movie is like the origins, just again and better. So
it's like a retelling.
yeah, but it's just like I just want to see the movie.
The
I'm
writers
told the
got their
movie's
shit
good.
together.
Yeah, that's all I want. I don't need anything else. Yeah, I like follow some Miraculous, like I follow a fair amount of artists that deal with like Miraculous Ladybug stuff. So I kind of have like a tangential knowledge of kind of what's going on sometimes, but
I have an approximate knowledge.
yeah, really,
of
I have
a variety of
approximate
things.
knowledge of many things, but yeah, I have no desire to watch the show again. Don't watch Miraculous Ladybug unless it's just the movie. The movie's supposed to be good. Why should you watch Bluey? Yes, definitely watch Bluey, because if you had a childhood
Bluey needs to
or
be
you have
watched.
people that are parents, or you're a parent, I don't know your life. If you're a parent, if anyone's a parent, if you are a kid,
If you are a parent, it will speak to you. If you are a kid, it will speak to you. If you are a person,
it'll speak to you. Yeah.
If you had a life, it will speak to you.
Some, not all of them speak to everybody, but I think every episode, there hasn't been an episode that I dislike, and that's saying something, because there's a couple episodes of Adventure
The
Time, my favorite show ever, that I dislike.
The only episode I kind of disliked from Bluey was, I think it was Unicorse.
But he comes back. It's important. He comes back.
I know he comes back. I like him better in his second appearance. In his first appearance, where he's just being annoying, I'm like, oh, I'm with Chili on this. This is
Dichotomy,
so
I hate
terrible.
the eyes. I hate the episode, the eyes. It is my least favorite. That's the only one. I skipped that one. I specifically don't like that one. Everything else, fine. It's literally just the episode, the eyes. I have skipped that one every time I come to it. I don't like it. It's just not,
Of
it's not for
Adventure
me.
Time?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
it's essentially
interesting.
Finn and Jake are trying to go to sleep after like a long few days of adventuring kind of nonstop, and they can't fall asleep. Why can't they fall asleep? Because there's this horse that just stares at them through the window on the hill. And then their whole episode is them trying to like get the horse to leave. And it's
Not
just
the
really
James
creepy.
Baxter horse,
No.
is it?
It's not James Baxter. It's literally just a
Okay.
horse. They say the horse has poo brain. It's very common. I've used the horse is not cute. Dichotomy. It's fucking creepy as hell. And then the kicker is that it turns out
It
to
gives
be
Ori
Ice King,
nightmares.
who's just staring at them the whole time in a horse suit. And that one gets me, because they can't close. If they close the blinds, then the horse is still there with the shadow through the window, and it just like skews me out. And maybe it skews me out a little more dichotomy because my window in my room faces the street, and there is a street lamp right there. So it just might make me, just as a person, significantly more uncomfortable. That's the only episode I can sit here and think of, like, I skipped that episode of Adventure Time. Like, that one, I don't find enjoyment out of that one at all. All the other ones, I'm like, yes, great, but I actively skipped that one. That's literally it. I can't think of another one that I like skip on playthroughs through it, but I skipped that one.
I think most shows have at least that one episode you skip. I know in Teen Titans, for me, it's the, like, Robin super fan comes to stalk him for a day. I can't stand that episode.
Wait, what are we talking about?
So I was talking about how, like, we all have our favorite series, but there's always that one episode we can't stand.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of the original Teen Titans because my dad is watching it. The episode where Robin's, I forget if it's super fan or twin from an alternate dimension. He's like pudgy Robin that flies around.
Oh, yeah, it's from another, yes, he's from another dimension. He's Robin from another dimension.
Okay, he was from another dimension. Yeah, I can't stand him.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. I also hate that episode. Don't like that episode as well.
Yeah. Also, it interrupts the Terra Beast Boy drama. Like,
it's just
not
funny enough, you know? He did sing the theme song, yes.
It's like, I gotta say, guys, I have never been one of those people that dislike Scrappy Doo. Everyone says he's like the worst character in cartoon history.
It's because he's
Scrappy-Doo is
fine in the shows.
But if this is how people felt about him, seeing like Robin's alternate self, I'm like, I get it.
No, see, I think the problem with Scrappy Doo is mostly what they did to him in the movies. They made him like the villain in one of them. I don't remember what it was, and that was like weird.
It was the first.
Otherwise,
movie.
he's just like,
dumb.
I wish you didn't talk as much, you know. like this Scooby doesn't talk. Like, I wish you, like, why do you talk normal? Like, that's my only big like Scrappy Doo like diss. It's just like, why do you talk?
Like, why do we hate on Scrappy Doo when we also have Scooby Dumb from the original show? Like, why is everyone giving him a pass?
Yeah,
probably because no one remembers him.
No one thinks about him. Yeah, long enough. He's not reoccurring, if I remember correctly. So you know,
I think he showed up in maybe 3 episodes before Never Again.
Yeah, exactly. The live action, that one. It's just like,
Please do.
That's what I'm saying.
I
think Scrappy Doo is just like, he wasn't necessary in the shows that he's like in the show version that he's in, but in the movie they just like murk him completely. Like, it's just horrible. And
honestly, I feel like the people who made that movie hated Scrappy Doo.
Yeah. See, there you go.
They just insulted him.
You know, it was just like, okay, he's kind of annoying, and then they just went like, oh no, we want him to be hated.
Yeah.
Here it is.
And now we'll dump him on the side of the road.
Yeah, really.
But we seem to be on a tangent, you guys. If you have a favorite series and an episode
you
cannot stand, please do say. Same here,
Mystery Incorporated is good, though. That one's great. I love the really old Scooby-Doo, and I love Mystery Incorporated.
Mystery Incorporated is so good. A worthy successor.
Beautiful. But also, I like do enjoy it, like the like I don't think it's the original. I think it's the second version of Scooby-Doo Where Are You? I do like Scooby-Doo Where Are You? That one. That's the one that's like nostalgia for me. That's the one that was on like Boomerang all the time.
I'm pretty sure that one aired not during our time.
But yeah, it was Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you?
Yeah.
Got some. Da-na-na-na. Scooby didn't even show up in Velma.
Oh God, don't remind me.
Oh, What's New Scooby-Doo is also good. What's New Scooby-Doo? We're
Scooby-Doo,
coming
we're
after
coming
you.
after you.
Gonna
We're gonna
find a
solve that
mystery.
mystery. I see you,
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. God, that intro
They
slapped.
they all honestly
That was
both
a
of them
bop.
slap. Both of them slap though. I I love I love Scooby-Doo Where Are You as well. It's great. They still perform it in concert? Ugh. Damn.
Beautiful.
I've only been to 2 concerts ever. Can you guess?
That-
Probably can't
that's
guess.
still
Can you
more than
guess
I've ever been.
what 2 concerts I've been to? It wasn't Simple Plan. I'm gonna say you probably can't guess because one of them's very niche. The other one,
Linkin
however,
Park?
if you know anything, no.
I'm trying to think. What would you go see that would be out of the box?
Well, it's not out of the box
Or,
for
or
me.
what would your
It's more
what
like
would your
one of
high
them is
school
I don't
friends
think anyone's gonna go.
see?
Well, one of them I went to in high school, and one of them I went to in college.
Okay, I see.
And then there's one band that I really would totally go to see in concert, but that's it. And so I haven't yet.
Is it Set It Off?
Yes, I would see Set It Off in concert. I love Set It Off so much. No, I'll stop you guessing. There's too many options. It's
No, they didn't.
I've seen Fall Out Boy in concert. That was in college, and that was really cool.
Really?
Yeah, really, really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I would also see Panic at the Disco at concert, but I really want to see Set It Off at concert. But the other concert that I've been to is I went to the Star Kid concert, New York City.
Star Kid?
Star Kids, yeah. They did the Harry Potter musical, the Very Potter musical, and with the Blaine from Glee that I'm blanking on his real name. Yeah, Star Kid. I saw them in concert.
I didn't know they did concert.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really
okay.
cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, they did a Harry Potter musical, a Holy Musical Batman, the space one that I'm blanking on at the moment.
Space one?
Yeah, with the bugs. Starship, that's what it was. Starship.
Star Troopers?
No, it's called Starship.
Oh, okay.
It was Starship. They did a Harry Potter musical and a Harry Potter sequel. The Holy Musical Batman. And they've done a lot since then. I haven't been keeping up with them. But they've done a ton since then. Damn, wow, I feel old. Harry Potter musical came out in 2009.
Oh, jeez.
And Starship came out in 2011. Man, that aged me a lot.
Ow. I'm in pain now.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we
Ori.
actually have that's so funny. We have Simple Plan in our Outcast playlists. I think the one is in the band.
We have at least one. Yes.
It's 2. I think it's 2 of them. One of them is in the Band AU playlist set list, and it's the one that it's like a Simple Plan and like We the Kings or something. It's like a mash. It's like a not a mashup because they like did a new song but together, and I'm blanking on what that word is.
Collab, a duet.
Yeah, like a collab. Yeah. Yeah, Where I Belong is with Simple Plan and now it won't tell me unless I go into it. We the Kings. Yeah, I was right. Okay.
We the Kings.
We the
okay.
Kings. I was right.
It sounded familiar when you said it.
And then I think there's another one. There's definitely, I feel like I have Simple Plan on another one. I'll never find it because I'm looking for it. You know, that's just
Ain't
how it
that
works.
just the way?
Ain't that just the way indeed.
That's how it always goes.
I have We the Kings on another playlist. But I could swear I have Simple Plan as well. So many. Honestly, all the music I listen to nowadays is literally just, does it have Outcast vibes?
My playlist
Yes.
consists of, does it have Outcast vibes, or is it a cover from Emily?
I have Milano has a Simple Plan one.
Oh, he had to. There's no way
Welcome to
around
My
it.
Life. Oh, that's the one where they're like arguing. Yeah.
Yep.
Brain stuff. Late 90s, early 2000s post-punk. I literally could not sit here and tell you what genre. My genre, I say, is like alternative because it's just so large that I feel like it encompasses, enough of what it is. I love Set It Off, and so extrapolate from there.
It's challenging. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you like what you like.
Well, what did I hear? I saw like a reel recently, and it said something along the lines of, it was like it wasn't polyamorous, it was like like with music, and it was like different music genres. So it was like poly something, and it was like, yeah, this friend, and you give your poly something, the aux cord in the car, and suddenly you're going from like Gregorian chants to freaking headbanging, metal music. And all this sort of stuff. I've never been to a pop concert. I don't know if I would count either of mine as pop. Is Fall Out Boy pop? See, that's one of those things. I was once told Fall Out Boy was alternative, but they have had hits on like the mainstream radio, so like I don't even know.
When
throw it
your
around the
favorite band starts
exactly.
doing mainstream stuff and you don't know what you like anymore.
No, honestly, my biggest pet peeve is just the fact where it's like, I find this one song and I really like it, so I go to the band and I don't like anything else. And I'm just like, why? Why have you done this to me? Pop genre, I see. I don't know, Star Kid was a weird one. I don't even know what I would call that.
Alternative feels appropriate.
I have been to, was it the Philadelphia Symphony Orchestra? I think it must have been the Philadelphia Symphony, or the Philly Symphony. I think it was that, because my cousin is actually in it for a while there, yeah. Yes, he was. So we watched him play. I think it was Philadelphia. It was definitely a Pennsylvania one. I just can't remember if it was the Philadelphia one or if it was a different. It's still like a major symphony orchestra. But yeah, although that's the only like professional concert I've been to. Otherwise, I've been to like a lot of music, college graduates concerts that they have to put on and that sort of thing, because there are my cousin and then his younger brother, my other cousin, both graduated from a conservatory. That's the word I want. Got there.
That's what you were thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Pittsburgh is Pennsylvania too, but I know that they're not closer to Pittsburgh, they're closer to Philadelphia. So, yeah. But you're correct. They both start with P, and that's how you know.
Yeah, close enough.
Ah, look at that. But yes, Pittsburgh is in. He is no longer part of the symphony orchestra, but he was, and that was cool. Not as any sort of string player, though. Can you guess what he played? I'm making chat do a lot of guesses tonight. I just think it's funny to say, guess what? I'll say it in a second, whether you guys guess or not.
I was about to say, why do I feel like not a woodwind instrument, the other one?
I'll say it. A brass instrument or percussion? Those are like the other three options.
Brass. I was thinking of brass.
Bassoon? No. That was not too far in a way, I guess. He played bass trombone. Yeah. He's a trombonist. We got a lot of trombonists in my family, apparently. My father was also a trombonist in school, never professionally. I, however, was an oboist.
Yes. Your claim to fame.
My claim to fame, indeed. A tromboner, no. Yeah. Ugh.
Oh no, it got weird.
See, chat bonk. That's the actual term. I hate it. Awful indeed. Awful indeed. Depending on who you ask for being serious. I'll believe you that you're being serious, but I have never heard. I'm just trombonist. That is what I will call it.
Term.
That is what I will say.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. It's like pianist instead of pianist.
It's just unfortunate.
It's just why.
It's unfortunate that words sound like other words.
It is very unfortunate that words sound like other words. I have to deal with that every stream. But see, at least flautist doesn't invoke any other things unless I'm just incredibly ace. You know, like flautist is just like, it kind of sucks that you go from flute to flautist. You know, like, I don't know how you get there, but like, it doesn't invoke anything. Tromboner and pianist unfortunately sound like other words.
Yeah, there's just no escaping that.
And that is the problem. I mean, I have to experience the why do words sound like other words every single Ace Attorney stream when I say something with the words like, come on! Come on! And Dylan goes, oh, and I go, Dylan, shut the fuck up.
Too sussy.
Too sussy, indeed. He's a sussy guy.
Okay, we are making good progress.
I'm not saying I can't say pianist without giggling. I'm just saying that it's unfortunate. Just like I can say tromboner without giggling. It's just unfortunate, you know? Dylanistus.
Bless you?
I don't know. Dylanissus. Oh, Dylan is sus.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, can I say Midnight Brain yet?
Does two
Or
and two
Dylan
equal
issues?
4?
No, it's not Dylan issues because there's no ES. That's why I'm like, it's not Dylan issues. It was Dylan is sus. Oh my god. Oh, like Dionysus, but with less wine and more woe. I love that. That's a beautiful description.
Say that Ori has midnight brain.
That's a beautiful description, Drow, though. If we're all Greek gods, Dylan is now Dionysus. Dylan-isis. Is that our new name thing? In the new year, we'll change our Discord naming schemes from constellations to Greek gods and Greek gods only. So you have to be something.
We will have to pick a new one.
You could be Mars Dusa.
Ooh.
I don't know what I would be. Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Like Orpheus? Orpheus?
Yeah. I hear it.
I don't know if there's.
I think it could work.
Or no, Eurydiceus doesn't work as much.
I think Orpheus. Like, you're not gonna get better than
that one's the best one.
That one's just too perfect.
Yeah, so we got Dylan-isis. Ori Kronos. I feel like Orifice feels. Yes, Nicole, but it's a Roman god, not a Greek god, and that's the whole thing. Orichalcus. No, I think I'm gonna go with Oh no, I'm not going. How does Orithena work? Athena, Orithena? I don't think that one works. I think we're doing, because it's not a Greek. Only one of them is technically a Greek god, because Mars would be Mars Deuces, not a god, and then Orifice is not a Orpheus. Yeah, I don't know if it works as well anymore. It can be Ori at the end. I mean, technically Orion is a Greek guy as well, so but I don't want to be the same one, you know?
Gotta
because
zhuzh
that's
it
not
up
a
little
pun on
bit.
the name Mars dichotomy. That's the whole thing.
Man, people still gotta know it's
Yeah.
me.
Indeed, that's why I don't want to be Oedipus. Or Oedipus. Still a pun, just not wordplay. Okay, well, I'm trying to fit the wordplay vibes, you know? We'll think about it longer and we'll get it.
Ori has very specific criteria. Then
Persephone! Hmm?
Not bad.
Demeet Mars.
I don't know if that works.
Demi Mars.
It's a valiant effort.
I was trying to think it was with M's. Her Mars. Erukomi.
I think you guys are hurting yourselves.
See, like Hermes, her Mars? Huh? No?
No.
Wow, you're just as bad as Dylan was when with Dylandromeda. Dang.
Her Mars?
Instead of Hermes.
I hear it, but I also really don't.
Promartheus.
It's like I kind of see it, but also
yeah, Promartheus. Huh?
Okay, Promartheus is cool.
Instead of Prometheus, Promartheus.
See, that has more through lines. That
Damn.
I can see connecting.
He's still not a god. He's a titan. It's kind of. Hera is not. That doesn't really help. Zeus, no. Poseidon, no. Hades, no. See, that's why I think Persephone. Like Persephone. Persephone. Huh?
I could see Persephone.
Ori. No, I think it would be best to be Promartheus, Persephone, and Dionysus. Those are the new ones. I'm gonna write them down so we can't forget in the new year.
We'll update on New Year's Eve.
Persephone.
That's how we'll ring in the new year. It'll be great.
Mars. Theus. Heracami. Heracles.
You guys are going ham.
And then we have Dylan. Oops. I can't spell Dylan apparently. Dionysus. Nice. They're saved. Success.
Amazing.
Yeah, because we did. I specifically didn't want to do Roman gods and stuff because we're doing like the stars. We did constellations, and so Mars is already Mars.
Yeah. Spoiled by my own name.
Yep. Still sus. Oh, but yay. Alright. That's planned for the future. A ways down the way. You guys have to start thinking of your Discord names if you want to participate.
Yes. Start brainstorming now.
God, you know, the New Year is one of those things where it's like right here and also really far away still. You know what I'm saying?
It does not
It's like,
feel real yet.
it's like, God, how is Thanksgiving next week? You know? When did that happen?
Time.
Time is, I hate time.
When did the fall semester like come to an end?
I wish I could
don't
just
know.
choose when I feel like it, you know? Now's a good time for Christmas.
Right?
Dylan already took the best D name. Ugh, I'm sorry.
There's gotta be more.
I don't even know how you could put dichotomy with Dionysus, though. Like, I don't know. It doesn't work as well as Dylanisis. I'm just saying.
Dionysus? It's challenging, but not impossible.
There's totally other yeah, there's Demeter. Oh, that might actually work pretty well. Rovales. I mean, we won't be policing them, so, you know.
As long as they stay appropriate, there's really no
Yeah.
need to.
Okay.
We're
Got
chill,
the
you guys
thing
know that.
here. Excuse me.
Oh. Chill and tired.
Chill and tired.
Oh, yes.
I'm drawing lots of hands, and this is still the sketchy phase, because apparently I decided that this is going to be my magnum opus. It's what I did, apparently.
Go big or go home, I guess.
Yeah, I was really like, man, I like smear frames, so this will be easy. And then it was like, no, but I don't want these to all be smear frames, so try again. And now we're here.
Rinse and repeat.
But
I'm getting a couple more
I will
panels of
finish
the
it.
comic done.
yes,
Which is nice.
you must.
I'm trying.
Deadlines.
I know.
I know Enthuse
You'll
isn't
get
here.
what I have.
Or maybe they are and they're lurking, but anybody else? Jax is already cheating. You could be a Jax,
There we go.
But I think you could be any Greek famous character, you know? Atalanta. You could even pick like Greek like creatures, monsters, that sort of thing.
I don't think there are any hard
Jason,
fast
you know.
rules to this, to be honest.
Ooh, there you go, Daedalus.
Ooh.
Perfect.
That would fit.
There you go.
I see it working.
What was I saying though?
I don't know.
I was saying something. Gone. Oh, like I said, I don't think Enthuse is here, but to anybody else who cares, yeah, the Trojan Count. Trojans aren't Roman yet. They're part of the Greek, epics. I'm just talking like, no Roman gods. I think that is like where the question is. Daedalus games, nice. But I have almost finished cutting up Elevator Hitch. For anybody who was interested in waiting for those edited videos to come out. They've been in the works. They are in the works.
Get ready to see us be eaten by a room, traumatized for life, scarred.
No Roman gods. Yep, exactly.
The whole
sedentary
shebang.
ones. Yeah. Cutting it up. I think it'll be about 4 or 5 episodes, I think is where it's at. And essentially they'll be released for the second tier sidekick members all at once. But then they'll probably just come out once a week on an extra day. for everybody else.
Yes. Because we can't disrupt Ace Attorney.
You can't disrupt Ace Attorney. That was part of the plan. And honestly, I don't want to. We're already so behind. We're a whole game behind, okay? We're more than a whole game behind, okay?
Yeah, we got a while to go.
Got a while to go, indeed. I'm editing the second turnabout of Justice for All, but we're on the third turnabout of this one? Yeah, I think that's right. We're on the third turnabout of Trials and Tribulations, so yeah, we're over a game away.
That's rough, buddy.
What?
What?
I just... Dylan sent in the Discord about the tilde, and I used the tilde in the mlem that the Limerana makes.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he's saying the tilde is only ever used for playful or sexual dialogue, and then case in point the mlem from the fucking Limerana.
Well, I know what I'm gonna reply.
Oh no. Oh no! I'm so concerned. What can of worms has been opened? Oh my god. Mars, I'm warning you. That has opened a can of worms for Dylan. Dylan will win. I'm just saying, like, no offense to you. Dylan will win. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're weak. I'm saying Dylan is too strong in this one specific field. You see many tildes in your future?
That one character.
Yes. See, this is I didn't know this, Roval. I have learned this recently. I've learned this recently. So Dichotomy, you are wrong. You see many non-existent tildes in the future. You can put tildes in chat. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, be my guest. But now that I've learned this rule that has apparently accidentally been making the comic a lot more sus than I meant it to be, we will right our wrongs.
Yeah. You know, we have to be open to feedback, and we have to correct as we go, because this is our first time doing this, and especially on a scale as large as this.
And that's the beauty of webcomics, is I can edit them.
Yes. So we're not stuck with sexy tilde. We can fix it.
Okay, how can I make the tilde say really? See, but I put the tilde before the word, Roval. That's my whole... I put both of these cases, the tilde's before the word. So I'm just asking if that changes your personal opinion.
Really? Like that? It was like, okay, playful, cool.
And made it... And it made everyone tilted. Now tilde equals tilted. Oh my god. Tilted.
The internet is a strange place.
The internet is a strange place. I was unaware. I was literally talking to Mars earlier, and it was just like, all the comics I read with, like, romance in them are fucking blatantly obvious as hell, with, like, all the hearts everywhere, and, like really blatant. So I'm just like, this is how you know. And so when it's not, it's just like,
when you put hearts everywhere.
But what I'm saying is, I ain't putting hearts anywhere. Obvious. I ain't putting blushes anywhere, so it should be fine. You know, that's where my brain goes.
Well, you got blushies, but they're embarrassment blushies.
I don't think I've actually had a single blushie in all of Outcast.
Really?
I literally don't think there's a single actual canonical blush in any Outcast. Because I specifically know that would be taken the wrong way.
That would send people off, yes.
We're being subtle and artsy. I don't want the sexual tension that you guys are putting in the thing. I don't want it. I want it out. Scoop it out. Take it away. Yeah. Ship it back to where it came from.
The reason it's so important to us, guys, is because if you're looking at a panel, and the panel is supposed to be you know, this character is looking down on another. This is them being put in their place. This is them saying, I'm the one in charge.
I didn't want it.
And you're going to listen to me. Like, that's our intention. But you guys are getting from it, oh, he's coming on to him. Like, we fucked up then. Because now the point of our story is being missed. I feel like, okay, so here's the fine line. I'm okay with seeing like, ooh, there's shippy vibes there, like maybe some soft eyes or something. But when the entire point of the scene is completely like overshadowed, now I'm like, okay, we gotta go back to the
that's
drawing
the
board.
sad part.
Now it's a problem because now it's affecting the story. So we're gonna fix it.
I
We are
only
gonna
want
fix
to
it.
have sexual undertones when I want it there, you know? I want to be able to choose. I know, it's a lot of
You know,
poking fun.
if that's true
And
dichotomy, we
Dylan
will be
plays
better.
into it really hard. Dylan voices the characters, and Dylan's forces bloopers to be like, oh
Sexual.
yeah, the sexual, and it's like, Dylan, take it out, shove it back, bring it back, tone it down, and he's like, what? This is so sexual. So, you know, guys, you have a little mole in the production process. Dylan really wants it to be just as much.
That you do. It's okay, guys. Once we move past the hangout scenes and we get a bit more into the world building and introduce some more characters, it should ease up a bit. Because then the focus will be less on... It'll
Getting
still
to know
be
the
about
characters.
character dynamics, but it'll be less about getting to know them because now we know them.
I appreciate that ratio. There's also part of it where it's like,
Not bad ratio.
You know, because I think the fine line that I'm concerned about is the fine line of like, could I have made this not have any undertones and still gotten like the main point across that I wanted along with the dialogue? Or is it just like, no, just because of how like you think about stuff, these go hand in hand, and this is the expression that I want, but it can be taken another way. You know, like looking softly at your bro can also be seen as like, you know, looking softly in a romantic way. You know, like how does platonic soft and romantic soft look different without adding like hearts and blushes? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the main concern is always like, is it me? Or could I have actually been a better artist? Because I want to be a better artist. I want to fix the problems. It's a learning experience. So no, I'm honestly very happy that like this tilde thing came up because I want to know about the tilde. I didn't know about the tilde.
We were putting tildes everywhere.
They have been toned down just because I didn't. Literally solely because I didn't like the look of them anymore. Like, I'm not joking. It's literally solely that they're like really not in a lot of the comic because I didn't.
Yeah, they're
like
being faded out.
The thing, but they're totally gone now. Now they're not even a question now because I don't want to like accidentally come across that way. That's just the, you know, not the vibe. However, you guys will be very satiated with Band-Aid, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Band-Aid has all that fun. Because, you know, we do ship them. It can't be in canon yet. There's too much baggage. If they tried dating, they'd end up breaking up. And that's not fun.
Band-Aid we can have purposeful.
Yes.
What? I don't know why this keyframe is a karate chop.
Will there be a dramatic breakup? Oh, there very well might be.
Yet? Who said yet? About what? I'm lost.
I am too.
I think it was Mars said yet. Yes, ships do exist in Outcast. They have to go somewhere on the island. How do they leave?
Yeah, we said AU. This isn't new news. You guys knew this.
This is Band-Aid.
We talked Band-Aid.
We're talking Band-Aid.
I'm very confused.
Me too. I'm lost.
You guys are goofs.
Oh, well, the story, it can't be canon yet in the story.
Oh, that. I said they couldn't be canon because baggage. They're too sad and broken. They just break up.
And yes, we do mean they. It's not only
Yeah, everyone is broken and traumatized in some way. Trust me.
Do you need to go back to the VOD? Hey, if it was Mars, you know, I'll nag her about it. It's her fault, giving people false hope. It's okay. I made a grave sin. I was a fan artist of my own comic, and I drew Hotsun and Malone kissing, because, like, I shipped them, and now Mars is like,
And it was Pocky Day.
how do I want it in the comic now? And I was like, Mars, no, don't do this to me. And she's like, but it's right there, Ori, you drew it, you did it. Why are you and I'm like, no, Mars.
Well, you did draw it.
And
And
so
it
now I
looked
can
very
never draw
good.
them kissing again.
Nah, well, then we wouldn't have Band-Aid for one.
Well, it's a long time before we get to that in Band-Aid, though. God, guys, Mars made 62% more pages for Band-Aid comic section
Whoops.
than she did for Ace Attorney 1. How dare she give poor,
Oopsies.
overworked Ori more work.
Averitt being an
To
asshole.
draw it. I'm glad
was
you guys
just
liked
the
it.
vibe.
I had fun too.
Okay?
It was very nice. Yes, guys, Mars really loves writing for hella fucking toxic characters, okay? You hear it?
Yeah, I don't know why. You know, I think I find some kind of release in it. Like,
You heard it here first, folks. Mars has toxic
Well-
thoughts, and she can release them in toxic characters.
yeah, I'm dead serious. You know, when actors like play someone who's totally the opposite of their personality and they say it's cathartic, I think it's very much the same here.
Mars, you can't make a positive spin on this. I'm trying to cancel you. How dare you?
Stop trying to cancel me. What did I ever do to you?
Nothing. Mars is venomous. You guys ever see that Amazing World of Gumball, where Gumball is trying to keep the venom down inside, but it's eating him up from the inside? He should just get into writing so he can get it out in writing.
Hey, it's an option.
It is an option. Yeah, exactly. I'm so toxic trying to cancel Mars for being toxic. This is my release. No, I had a lot of fun drawing the scenes as well. Do we want to see the thing?
You're gonna reveal the thumbnails?
The thumbnails? Do we want to?
We can.
I'm
It's
asking
midnight o'clock. We can reveal if
chat. It
we'd
is
like.
midnight o'clock. How does this is how the hand works. There we go. I figured it out.
Yay!
Yeah, Ferrick's giving frickin' Reagan vibes right now. The way the hand movements are going. Look at him. Look at him. He's giving Reagan Arataka vibes. Woo!
He really is.
Woo.
Woo, 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 woo.
Show anything you want. It's not, honestly, I will be impressed. I will be incredibly impressed. And this is something really interesting. I drew like a really sketchy, like, quote unquote fan art for Rally once because it was like a whole big thing, and so I was never going to finish it, but I just sketched it out, and I was like, you know, like, I guess I'll post it because I'll never finish it. It's just way too much work, but like, you know, like, I'll show the cool composition, and everyone was like, wow, this
Famous
is really
last
cool.
words.
And I was like, no, I never finished it. Fuck no. Oh, God. The amount of fucking characters in that shit, too much for me. Jesus Christ. I don't have attention span that long, if I'm being honest. So I was impressed about how much people could suss out about my messy sketches. So, well, you know, I was gonna say I'd be surprised if you could, like, if you guys can, like, understand anything from the thumbnails, but, you know, apparently people impress me, so Here are the
We
thumbnails.
suspect we know how people are going to react to
The
seeing
Ace
these
Attorney
thumbnails.
AU was only 8 pages. This one is 13. Unlucky 13. Wow. 13.
Sorry.
How dare Mars. How dare Mars.
Trust
Mishi
me,
makes it
the
difficult to
interactions are
bind.
worth it. The interactions will
I just
be
realized
very much
some of the
worth
speech
it.
bubbles look like halos because they're like over the characters. They're not supposed to be thumbs, dichotomy. See, that's the tricky part, right? A lot of English words, we say things that are like what they're named after, but they're not actually anything like what they're named after. I believe it's called a thumbnail because they're supposed to be tiny, like your thumbnail, and that's why. I could be wrong. That's just my brain.
Did
braining.
not think that was why it was called what it's called.
Now I'm gonna look up thumbnail etymology. It's in reference to the human thumbnail and is used to describe the small size of an image.
Oh, look at that.
Ori's the favorite again.
The more you know.
I'm glad. Dylan has trained me for almost 9 years now. It's seriously though, because if Dylan goes through a bit and if you play along instead of getting annoyed, he's like, no, wait, you're supposed to be annoyed about it. And I'm like, haha, no, beating you at your own game. There's no other words. What words? God. I am trained in art. I was trained by a person.
What?
Myself.
What was it? What did Ori
I said
say that
Dylan
you're
trained
freaking
me.
out?
That's what I said. He trained me to deal with people doing bits. That's a perfectly normal sentence. Stop
Seems
making it
pretty
weird.
inoffensive.
Chat bonk.
We really did need that chat bonk.
See, I told you we needed chat bonk. Nobody believed me, but I don't know what they would
I
be.
believe you. I don't know how to bonk them though. What image represents chat?
That's why we were trying to figure out what did represent chat, but then we couldn't decide if they were cookies or tea pets.
Decisions.
I know you wanted dichotomy, but just like me saying Dylan trained me, Dylan didn't like that either. Because of OWO and because of bonk. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah. T Pets was downvoted.
It was downvoted by Dylan. But there's the thumbnails.
Back to the drawing board.
Back to my animation. Yes, I learned kind of 2D rigging a little bit. Technically only one step. Technically the rigging
Ori
part
was
has to come
showing me
later.
some rigging today. That was cool.
I was in the Discord. Anyone can see it. Do you want to see it? We'll show it.
You can show off if you'd like.
It's really nothing because it technically doesn't even have a skeleton yet. I was just literally playing around with like step 1. But nope, I have to minimize it. Bring it over here. Good, you can see it. Biggerize it. Okay, good. Beautiful. Here it is. It moves! Oh my god, she moves! Ah! How wild is that? It moves very slowly. But yeah, there you go. There it is.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I forgot to actually give, like, to save my glasses as its own image. So that's why she doesn't have glasses.
You did well
Has
for
he
a
veto
first
powers?
try.
Because he's one of the three, you know? In terms in biggin. I know, she moves, right? Honestly, the main reason I'm learning 2D rigging is not to like animate characters, because honestly, that's like a whole thing. The goal is to be able to make some really cool stream overlay stuff, because I follow someone on Instagram that does Adobe After Effects for that sort of thing. And it has like rigging involved, and so that's what I want to do. But it's also like a little baby step towards a VTuber model.
Mm. It's like just the tiniest bit closer, you know?
Yeah. Little baby steps. Like, honestly, my bangs should be 2 separate bangs instead of 1 just bangs. So, you know, I only cut myself up so well. And technically, like, my upper arms are attached to my torso, and my torso is one piece, and my neck is part of the torso. So, you know, it's not cut up in a perfect way. It could be cut up better.
You do what you can.
You do what you can, indubitably.
Exactly.
Okay. Give a little snirk.
Snirk.
Snirk. And there we go.
Okay, now that's a Ferrix eye I can feel good about.
Alrighty. So how has everyone else been this week? I know Thursday's a weird night, right? Today is Thursday, yep.
It is indeed Thursday.
Thursday's a very chill night. Okay, he's got too much Tobean there.
Is there such a thing as too much Tobean
Yes.
chat?
Yes.
Oh, well. You heard it here first.
If
Too
the
much Tobean is a
perspective
thing.
shouldn't be showing that much Tobean, it's too much Tobean. You know, it's all about perspective.
Ah, that good old perspective.
Guys, Mars and I don't get to watch anime tomorrow. It's so sad.
I know.
Stressful but
But
good? Well, I guess good is good.
But it's okay. I only have 2 days of class.
Dang.
And then it just feels like vacation until we get to hang out.
I'm sorry it's been so stressful it's been on the back burner, Dichotomy, but I'm glad it's been good overall, I guess. You get off soon, and you don't actually have to do any family holiday stuff when you're off, because you're a Canadian.
Yes. The perks.
The perks, indeed.
At least, guys, your oven is still intact. I will probably be grilling my damn turkey this year.
Is your first day of work Monday, Nicole?
That's exciting.
Okay. Well, you're still busy that weekend? Oh no! Gotta take some time to relax.
That's what the weekends are for.
Guys, guess what I'm adding? I'm adding one of my favorite frames. The smear frame.
Nice.
Why is it one of my favorite frames, you ask? I don't know. It's just very smooth. It only involves 3 total frames. Technically, it should involve
What's not
more
to love?
if I was like a real animator. But I'm a lazy animator.
Not lazy, resourceful.
More like I know I'm not trying to make like a really cool show that everyone's supposed to love or anything. I'm just making like a little short. So I'm doing it for fun and not for
Hint,
pain.
hint, all the animation studios out there. Oh, did you hear about this, Ori?
Probably not.
Jujutsu Kaisen might be going on hiatus.
Oh shit.
Apparently, the working conditions at MAPPA are so bad that literally episodes are airing as soon as they're finished production, which I didn't even know was possible.
God. That's
so
nuts.
I may take this with a grain of salt. I'm not entirely sure. But there's rumors going around that after episode, I think 18, there's gonna be a hiatus.
Damn.
Because they are pissed off.
I'm glad they're getting a hiatus, but I'm sad it had to come to that. Ugh.
Me too.
This is literally the reason that I don't want to
why
work
I hate
for like a
capitalism.
production. like a studio. There's always like in the back of my brain, it's like or you could get like, you know, a stable job working at a studio, but it's like, but it has all of the things you hated about your other job. And same with like, or you could have fun being like a college professor or something and teaching because that's what you like to do. And it's like, but it has all the same issues of my other job. Of being overworked and underpaid and not having good vacation days. And I'm just like, yep, nope.
That's the conundrum.
Government
Sucks.
work for me.
I diddly-dee, government work for me.
Hi ho. Hi ho. The government work we go.
Do, 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 do.
Just because they, you know. Or like a union, you know, something with a union.
I hear mail carriers make decent money.
Yeah, but it's still, you gotta go out in the rain.
True.
And you also have to like pass a test. I think, if I remember correctly.
Civil servants test.
Work less and earn more, everyone. 100%. That is the goal. And that is exactly why all of the jobs I'm passionate about are not jobs ones I want to do. Which is sad, but such is life.
She was smart that way.
Indeed.
But on the plus side, this means we could catch up with Spy X Family.
Yes.
And maybe throw another show into the rotation.
Well, Spy X Family, we're doing it when it comes out, so you know we'll only have like 2 episodes.
Well, we'll have 2 episodes to watch.
Well, we always had that. That's fine. We'll essentially finish Moriarty.
Yeah. We're just gonna blow through that at the pace we're going.
So good.
It's amazing.
So
That's
good.
one of the ones I want in my collection. I don't know where I'll get it, but I want it.
And then we do have some on the list.
We have a ton on the list.
Well, there's always adding more to the list. There's no question about that.
That is very true. Okay, what on earth is happening in this shot?
All right. The 4 types of husbands. Ooh. What's it say? Which one yours? Which one yours?
We're really not helping those allegations, Ori.
Okay, see, this is different. I want you to simp over the characters. If you want to simp over the characters, perfect. But I don't want. I want them. See, it's a dichotomy. It's a, you know, no name drop. That it's like I want the characters to be pretty, but I don't want them to be misunderstood. You know. This is the issue. The 2 sides of the coin, the balancing act that apparently I fail constantly.
The 2 wolves that live inside of you.
Yeah, the 2 wolves. No, it's just one wolf, but the other wolf comes along with it, and I don't want it. I don't want the other wolf. Yeah, Catch-22. Okay, sure. Catch-22.
Maybe so.
This is just... That's what I'm saying.
Being an artist is so hard, you guys.
I should probably have some smear frame. We'll add that later. Snark. And look. Alright, I have to give you a second body, is what I have to do.
I'm sorry family movie night didn't work out tomorrow, but maybe you could do solo movie night tomorrow.
Oh no, I'll just be doing work.
Ah, okay.
Mars, it's again, it's a dichotomy of. Is it a dichotomy? Is it a catch-22? This one I don't know. I don't honestly know the difference now. I'm doubting myself in words. Where what I like to do in my free time is also part of what I have to do. So it's like, yes, what, you know, if I'm doing art, movie night with the tea pets. What are we gonna watch?
That's the question. Oh, Over the Garden Wall. We never had that watch party.
Yeah, we did. I
or no,
did.
wait. That's right. You had it while I was still in class.
Unfortunately, there was just literally no time that you wouldn't be in class.
Which was really depressing.
I'm sorry. People kept asking for it, and I'm like, I'm sitting here in my room, like, chilling. Why not let my computer, you know, do it?
It's valid, but I can still be miffed about it.
You missed that one, so it'd be fun. I'm trying to remember what, there's another one. I mean, I always loved No Evil, but, like, we wouldn't get through it all. I'm trying to think of. I feel like there's other ones that I wanted to watch. You love Over the Garden Wall side stream?
Sure
I'm glad.
Murder drones would be your kind of thing, Ori.
No, I don't think it's my kind of thing. No, I was
trying to think of other YouTube animations out there.
Well, it doesn't have to be YouTube animations. It was something. What did that kind of you hadn't seen Over the Garden Wall? That's what it was. Wait a sec. Oh, full circle. What is full circle? A Song of the Sea. I think Mars would kill me if I watched it without her at this point.
Oh, I do want to watch it with you.
Yeah,
I do want to see your reaction.
Sorry. Mars would kill me if we watched it without her. If I watched it without her. And she can't make it, unfortunately.
You guys, if you are actually serious about it, you guys can.
She just sold everyone on it.
If you guys are totally serious about watching it,
I think the difference is I think I would prefer the watch party to be something that I've already seen. It's just easier for me as a person.
Because you're going to be drawing during it.
Yes, of course I am. I only have so much time, okay? Let me do what I want.
All right.
If I have extra time, it's doing extra stuff. Because at a certain point, all this extra time is going to be less time than I have without extra time. Way too soon. So I need to soak it all up.
Now you know how I felt when summer ended.
Yeah.
All your time will soon be gone.
The last time I took a hand break, I've been pretty good. But there was definitely a long period of time there when the thumbnails were up where I took a hand break. My hand is not... Technically, my hand is better. My arm... It's, you know, they're all one thing. It's weird. I gotta tell you. It's weird. But thank you. I appreciate... We're almost done with stream, so... Just gonna go through it, because then I'm just gonna go to bed. Because I got up way too late this morning, jeez. Because I went to bed way too late last night. I didn't get out of bed until, like... 10:30? No, I had to be later than that.
Late for you.
Had to be later than that. 11 maybe. It was very late for me. I was not happy. I still managed to get everything done though, so that was nice.
I was like, it has to be later than 10 because you yourself have mentioned like when you get up at 11, you're pissed at the rest of your day because the morning is just gone.
It was I woke up later overall, so I didn't get out of bed till later overall, so it was just like pain.
Gross.
Yes, the hand bone is connected to the arm bone. They are all connected. I really shot myself in the foot with this animation thing.
You went so ham, and we greatly appreciate it.
You know, I had a vision, and I wanted it to be a thing.
No, you do what you can to bring your vision to life. As do we all.
"10:30 in the morning. Your night shift." No matter when I go to bed, Dichotomy, if I get up later than like 10 a.m. If I'm like not out of bed until like 10, like if I'm out of bed later than like 10:30, so it's like by time I'm doing stuff it's noon, I feel like the day is just shot. Like God, like nothing is finished. Versus like if I start doing stuff by like 11, it's like oh, I can get everything done and I'm finished at like 2, and it's like great, like cool, you know, like the day is young. That's how it feels.
That's the hope. See, I don't have that problem because I have to get up early.
Yeah.
Although it comes back to bite me on the weekends.
Mm.
Because then I'm tired, I sleep in, and I was like, well, now my weekend's gone.
Okay, so that one is too far. Perfect. We'll take you. We'll copy. And link. Honestly, I animate the hard way, and by I mean the hard way, I mean the noob way. And it's not a joke. It's very true. I have not put in the time to sort of fully figure out how to actually animate. So I'm definitely doing it not as efficiently as I could be.
You know what? You just do what you can.
That's why smear frames were such like a cool thing to me. Because they were new and efficient.
Exciting. Exciting
indeed. All right. I think that's where we'll sort of wrap up.
I think so.
That's freelancer for you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why are your eyes here? Hold on. What the fuck just happened?
From this entire stream? Go watch Song of the Sea. It's amazing. You will love it.
Why? What happened to your eyes, Ferrix? Okay, we're gonna
geez.
undo that and figure that out another time. All right. Don't know what happened there, but here is the animation so far.
Life happened, Ferrix. I totally get it.
It's not at the speed that it'll be because, like I said, I animate the stupid way. We got that. And we have still more after Ferrix. We got... Where is it? Boop. We have... Senate. Milano. Esther. And Hudson. Ah. Ah. Ah.
The gang!
And that is that. But there it is.
This is why I send Ori sounds, so she gets inspired to animate.
Trying to, but Ori said no. I say no. Alright. Watch it on your own. Okay. Yeah. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
You guys can have your watch party tomorrow. Go watch Song of the Sea. I don't know where Ori will find it, but I have
I'm
faith
not
in her
doing
ability.
it. No. I make this is a Mars thing. I gave no promises. Nope.
Well,
I ain't doing that.
I mean, I will be back for Dungeons and Dragons, but unless someone wants to watch Song of the Sea at 3 a.m. I definitely can't make any promises.
All right, yes, thank you everybody for coming out. I'm gonna do a shout out because I don't have an end screen yet because it literally just happened yesterday. But thank you to Nicole, who's here, Lakitu Bro, Dylan, Eric Gordon, and Canadian Lucifer for being channel members on YouTube. If you like our Ace Attorney stuff, or you just want cool chat emotes, all the bonks built into your YouTube,
you can have the bonks.
You can go have that and do that on YouTube. Yeah, that's a thing. It is a thing. Members, they came out yesterday. I didn't like hawk them tonight because they're not like, it's not Ace Attorney, and like majority of the YouTube is Ace Attorney. But if you're not an Ace Attorney fan and you still want to be part of the YouTube, we still very much appreciate it.
would greatly appreciate that.
But if
and
you can't
greatly
support,
appreciate you.
we still appreciate you just as much. Being here, hanging out with us, we love it. It's
Yes.
great, very important.
All our lurkers, our talkers, our listeners, everyone.
Everybody,
Just
VOD
thank
watchers,
you.
if you're there. I don't know if people
VOD
watch this
watchers,
VOD, but if you
hello.
do, happy. Yeah, there you go.
If you guys watch this VOD, I give you a lot of credit.
Exactly. Thank you. But yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you all tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Tomorrow
Sorry to have a
for
life,
Drawing and
guys.
Dragons. All right, guys. Have a great night. If we don't see you tomorrow, have a lovely weekend. And yeah, good night.
Night, everybody. Thanks for